Hello. It is Sunday. I refuse to put on makeup today or any type of real clothes. So this is the Crystal you're getting today. You're welcome. We did go on a walk this morning. We ordered groceries for the week, cleaned up around the house, so we did get some things done. It's only 1:40, so we have gotten a lot of stuff done today. Anyway, hello and welcome. My name is Crystal. If you are new, if this is your first video that you are watching of mine, thank you so much for being here. In today's video, we are just going to be hanging out and reading a book together. I am going to be reading Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez. We recently read A Part of Your World in my book club. Yours Truly is the companion novel to that, and it is Bree's story. And Bree was actually my favorite character in Part of Your World. I loved her, so I'm so happy we're getting like a little spin-off book. So anyway, I'm about to make some coffee because I have not had coffee today. So I'm gonna make some coffee and then I'm gonna dive into Yours Truly. So I hope y'all enjoyed today's video. I hope it brings you a little bit of comfort, a little bit of peace. I know that reading vlogs always do that for me, so hopefully my videos do that for you as well. Time for some coffee, and let's get to reading. I'm sorry. Are you okay? Oh my God. Okay, hold on. Forgot my tripod and I am too lazy to go upstairs to get it. I was trying to prop you up on this thing, whatever. Hi y'all, it is Monday. It is now Monday. I didn't get as much reading in yesterday as I wanted to. I really wanted to get like 100 pages in yesterday, but I only got to page 50. I am so far enjoying the book. There's a couple of things. Okay, so this book focuses, like I was telling y'all at the beginning of the video, focuses on Brianna, who's a character from Part of Your World. And I really loved her character in that book. I like her in this book as well, but I feel like so far we're getting more about Jacob, who is the main male character in this book. I'm learning more about him than I am about Brianna, which is fine. I really like Jacob as a character. You can tell he has a lot of social anxiety. He's very anxious and he is very honest with himself about his anxieties. And I don't know, I really like that because it is very relatable in some aspects. Now, okay, there's one thing I've noticed, and I hope this doesn't offend anyone. I'm gonna try and say this in the nicest possible way. I feel like she takes a lot of jabs at men. I mean, I understand there are shitty men out there, obviously, but there are also really good men out there, and the same goes for women. There are really shitty women and there's really great women, but I feel like she takes a lot of jabs at men in her books. She did that a lot in Part of Your World, and I've noticed she does it somewhat in this book so far. I'm only 50 pages in, and I've noticed it. Like, there's this one quote in here where I was like, okay. All they do is lie and throw off your pH balance. They're a constant reminder that we don't choose our sexuality, because who in their right mind would choose to be attracted to men? They are completely worthless as partners. Ouch. And while I feel like there are times where that is warranted, I feel like in her books, she just makes comments. Like, it's just little jabs here and there. Do you know what I mean? Like, if a guy in a book is doing shitty things, obviously, okay, jab at them. But I feel like she does it just in general, like through regular conversation, just talks very negatively about men. And it's not all the time. I've just noticed it like in little pockets. But it's to the point where it's very noticeable to me personally. And I don't love it. Like, I don't love the vibe of that. That's just my personal opinion. If you disagree with me, that's totally fine. I still really enjoy the book, but I don't know. That's just like a little thing I've noticed. Yeah, so this book is about Brianna. She meets Jacob in a hospital. He's a doctor there, and they're not really at this point in the book not hitting it off. So far this has all been set in the hospital setting, which I have really enjoyed. Someone told me before I started this that you kind of get a little Grey's Anatomy type of vibe when you're reading this, and I can absolutely see that as well. So I really like Daniel's character. He's very sweet and wholesome. I'm gonna read some more here in a little bit after we eat, so I'll be reading this evening. I'll keep y'all updated. Hello. Am I wearing the same shirt from yesterday? I'm wearing the same shirt from yesterday. What's today? Tuesday. It is Tuesday. My days are like running together. I'm about to sit down and read, and it's like 6 o'clock. I'm like looking forward to this reading time, but I'm on page 115. I also just put on an ambient video. It's Halloween themed, like the little pumpkins and stuff, but it's one of my favorite YouTube channels. It's called Autumn Cozy. If you are a fall girly like me, then you'll probably love that channel for your ambient videos, but I always have one on while I'm reading, and it just helps so much. It just like relaxes me. And if you are a Harry Potter fan, ASMR Weekly and Ambient Worlds, those are two YouTube channels that have a ton of like Harry Potter themed ambient videos, and they are everything. Like sometimes I'm just in a Harry Potter mood and I want like just a Harry Potter themed ambient video on because it's just a vibe. Anyway, I just put on ambient video and I'm about to start reading, so we'll see how much reading I get in. Jacob just came in. There they are. Back to the book. I am enjoying it so far. They just started introducing letters and like text messages. So they're basically sending letters back and forth to each other, and like messages like on Instagram and text messages. They're doing a lot of communicating that way in this book, and I love it. I am a sucker for like reading text messages and letters and DMs. Like I love that in books. I don't want to say too much because again, I don't want to spoil anything. I'm gonna get some reading in now and we will see how far I get. And I may not update tonight because after I'm done reading, we're probably gonna watch a show. Yes? You wanna watch a show?
Are you talking to me now?
You wanna watch a show later?
Yeah, let's take a watch right now.
No. I have to read. We are not watching a show right now. No.
Read after.
No.
Hey, hate me.
This is why I can't get any reading in, because you wanna watch a show? You wanna watch a show? And then I can't say no. I'm gonna read right now. And then we're gonna watch a show. I'll probably update tomorrow. See y'all in a bit. Albus back here is a whole mood. He is just chilling. I have The Walking Dead on in the back, and today has been a very low-key day. I posted a YouTube video. I caught up with my emails, which I really needed to do. It's like my least favorite thing ever. And now I'm about to start reading. It's like, what time is it? 5 o'clock, like around 5 o'clock. But wanted to give y'all a little bit of update on yours truly. So I got to page, I think it's like 200 yesterday. Yeah, I got to page 200. I'm really enjoying this book. I would say the first like 75 or so pages, I was like it's okay. But after that, it got so good. And now I'm at a part where I'm just like, okay, I want to keep reading. Like it's a book that I don't want to put down. They have also incorporated a little bit of a fake dating trope, which I had no idea this book was fake dating. I honestly did not think that I would enjoy the fake dating trope. This is like the first book I've ever read that has had that trope in it. Whenever I've heard someone talk about a book with fake dating, I'm like, I don't think I would like that. But actually, I'm very much enjoying it, and I feel like it really goes very well with like the storyline. Like it fits. I would like to finish this book tomorrow. That is my goal. We will see if I reach that goal. Jacob's gonna be playing Call of Duty tonight. I never mind when he plays Call of Duty because then I just get to read more, you know? So I'm going to get back into this book. Let's get to reading. Jacob is having to do something in this book that I just like, I feel for him. Like I just feel for him and I'm like the most awkward situation. But I'm loving it because this book has conflict, you know? It's got conflict going on and I love conflict. Yes, you fucking girl. You go, Brianna. Oh, the pettiness. The pettiness. I love this. Hello. Today is Thursday. I got to page 248 and there are 385 pages in this book. 250. 350, 130 pages left. I feel like that's doable. I think I can do that today. So that is my goal, is to finish this book today. So I'm gonna sit down and read this right now. What time is it? 2:30, 2 or 2:30 in the afternoon. I'm gonna read up until dinner time. Then we're gonna have dinner and then I'm gonna read some more. Once I do finish, I will give y'all my final thoughts and do a full review. Okay, y'all, it is currently Friday. I ended up finishing Yours Truly last night. My rating for this is 4 stars. So just a little recap of what this book is about. And everything that I recap here is on the back of the book. So this does not have any spoilers or anything. This story is about Bree and Jacob. They are both doctors at a hospital and Bree has been a doctor at this hospital for like, I think it's 10 years. And one of the other doctors that is like higher up is leaving. And so she is kind of looking to take his place and basically like get promoted. But then Jacob comes in and he is another doctor from another hospital. And she feels a little bit threatened by him because she thinks that he is going to take her job. He's going to take that position that she so desperately wants. He also kind of rubs people the wrong way when he first comes into the story. So none of the other doctors like him. They all think he's rude and he's just very misunderstood. Then he ends up sending Brianna a letter basically explaining why he's been acting the way that he's been acting. It's a really, really good letter. And Brianna feels awful about how she's been treating him, and she feels really bad about the judgments that she has passed on him without actually knowing him. So she writes him a letter back, and then they basically just start exchanging letters. And then they grow a little bit closer and they start having lunch together and they become friends. All the while, Brianna has a brother who is having some health issues and he basically needs a kidney transplant in order to live. And then something that I mentioned at the beginning of this video is Jacob has a lot of social anxiety. So he's very uncomfortable in social situations. He's uncomfortable meeting new people. And Brianna realizes this and she basically treats him in a way that no one has ever treated him before. Like she's just very understanding of his anxiety, and she does a lot of like little things throughout the book that really let him know that she gets him. And without going into too much detail, there's also a little bit of fake dating in this book. I know I mentioned that before as well. I didn't know that this book had a fake dating trope, and I actually really enjoyed that aspect of it. But overall, I really ended up enjoying this book. I would say the first like 75 or so pages, they were good, but I wasn't obsessed with it. Like, I didn't find myself wanting to pick it up. I didn't find myself like dying to continue reading it, you know? After about page 75 or so, that's when it really started picking up, and it was one of those books that I didn't want to put down. It was funny, it was heartwarming, there were just so many sweet moments. I found myself laughing out loud so much during this book. Like, if you know me, you know that I'm not a big rom-com girl. I'm very picky with them, and it takes a lot for me to love a rom-com, but I really did love this one. But one thing I will say about this book is that there is a lot of miscommunication, to where it was almost frustrating at times, where you're like, if y'all would just talk, how are you guys not like communicating about this little thing, or like just things that you would normally communicate about in real life? Kind of drives you crazy a little bit. At least for me, it drove me a little bit crazy, where I was like, oh my God. Like, for example, they would go to an event or something, and then something would happen and they wouldn't even talk about it afterwards. And I'm like, that's not how real people act. Like, I don't know. There would be something that would happen in the book and they wouldn't even talk about it. They would just assume how the other was feeling, or they would just assume that the other person did something for reasons that they're just making up in their mind. I don't know. It's hard to explain without spoiling it, but I just found myself getting a little bit frustrated in certain aspects. Like, it was still very entertaining, and there is a good amount of conflict in this book as well, which I loved, because I'm someone who likes conflict in books. I like for things to be deeper than surface level, and this definitely had that depth. Another thing that I really loved about this book is Jacob's family. He has a really big family, so he has a mom, a dad, he has tons of sisters, he has a grandpa. They made this book so fun, especially his grandpa. Like, I was cracking up in certain areas of this book because his grandpa was just like the best character. He was hilarious. It was just, I was laughing out loud. And so I really loved that aspect of it. The side characters were so great. Now, the ending of this book, say like the last like 50 or so pages, it takes a little bit of a turn, and I didn't love the little turn that it took. Something happens, and I didn't really enjoy the way Bree responds to what happens. I didn't like the vibe of it at the end of the book. I don't know. I didn't love that. But then I would say like the last 10 or so pages, something else happens that I really did like. So I would say the very end of the book I really enjoyed, but there's something that happens like within the last 50 pages or so that I didn't love. I just didn't like the turn that it took. Another thing I really want to mention is that Part of Your World is technically like the first book in this little series or this little duo. I would say that Yours Truly is more of a companion novel rather than a sequel, because I don't think that you necessarily have to read one in order to read the other. Like, you don't have to read Part of Your World first, but I would recommend it, because then you really get to know the characters, and the main characters in this book actually do make quite a bit of an appearance in Yours Truly. So if you read Part of Your World first and then you read Yours Truly, I think you'll just have an overall better experience. That is going to be it for this reading vlog. I really hope y'all enjoyed watching this. If you have not read Part of Your World and Yours Truly, I would highly recommend reading these if you are just wanting something light and fun and warm and comforting. I really loved these two books, but I really hope y'all enjoyed watching this video. I really loved filming this. Reading vlogs are like my favorite videos to create, so I will absolutely be doing more of these. Thank y'all for tuning in. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, all of the YouTube things, and I hope y'all have a great rest of the day. So I will see y'all in my next video. Bye!